There are some opportunities that only happen if you are in the right place at the right time, and you need to be prepared for those. And that's exactly what is happening right now, going from $100,000 to $1 million and the steps we're gonna take. So what I wanna share with you is the game plan for this to happen, where it's gonna start, the steps that we need to take, and the three main questions that I ask myself, that I have been asking people that are already there, and just based on pure research, making sure that I have the structure and the plan, so then I can go and execute, and breaking it down into inputs and into tasks that I can actually track. So clear KPIs, so that then instead of me just vaguely deciding what I'm gonna do, how to actually get to the next goal. My name is George Moffett. I'm the founder of Arash AI Agency. We help companies maximize efficiency and growth with the use of AI. And we're gonna look at exactly how we're gonna do it. The truth, and something that I have been paying more attention to recently, is that people think, is it the journey? Is it the goal? But the truth is that the company is the thing that matters. So I truly appreciate you being here. So subscribe. All we do is talk about business and how AI is gonna help you inside of business. I do not have unlimited resources. So being able to focus on the things that truly matter is going to be key. So that's exactly why I have 3 questions that I had to answer, but I'm sure that you're also gonna have to answer them for your business. No matter how small, how big you are, this is extremely important. Instead of it being just something that lives on my head, putting it on paper and making sure that I answer these 3 questions. Question number 1 is, what has worked in the past? It seems obvious, but a lot of times, and this happens to me a lot, it's like I need to try this new thing. But when I am looking back and answering this question, the best conversions that I have had for the business, where I have gotten the most business, is on in-person events, by going to networking events and talking with people, having meetings and sharing with people what we're doing and how we can help. That has been the biggest lever overall on the business. All of our clients have come from that up to this point. So making sure that on this plan, we're able to do more of that. Why? Because we already have a guarantee that that works. Question number 2 is, what is your biggest advantage? What is something that is unique to you or specific to you that no one else can say or can do, that makes you different, that helps you stand out and showcases that you are not like everyone else? And I wrote down 3 different answers. Number 1, that a lot of AI agencies are selling to small business, but the truth is that I have a $100 million client and I have a company that makes over $100 million, and having that on your portfolio, not a lot of people can say that. So making sure that that is something that I share and that I'm able to share, like the capacity that I have to serve those big clients. Number 2 is, I tend to be really good with people. I'm way better in person than I am at socials or in camera. So it's like, how can I put myself in a position to create an environment where I can succeed, where my skills perform the best? Why? Because of my background and going to church and my dad being a pastor, like having the ability to communicate with people and empathize with people. That's one of my biggest skills. So utilizing that as much as possible. And number 3, that I tend to be the youngest person in the room. I tend to be in shape, and the energy and the attitude that I bring is crucial, because that also showcases my discipline and showcases that I'm on a technology that they're not as familiar with. Those are the top 3, but understanding what makes you unique and putting that at the forefront of your marketing, of your conversation, is gonna be key. And number 3 is having the ability to showcase proof and how likely it is that they're gonna get results. After I finish a conversation, after I finish talking with someone, that they feel confident that I can get them to that result. What do I need to do for them to feel that way? That is one of the biggest reasons that I am doing content. Even though clients have not come directly from the content, something that has happened is that it serves as proof of what I already know. So sometimes they ask me on like, what are the agents that you're gonna build? Or how do you know how to talk to AI? And then I already have a video that showcases that. And as we look at the plan, you're gonna see how we're gonna answer these 3 questions with the inputs and the actions that we are doing. So the first thing that I wanna talk about is the math, making sure that it makes sense on paper. Like still I have to go and execute, but we need to make sure that we have the numbers and that we understand what conversion rate is gonna look like, how many people I have to talk to, how many sales calls I have to jump in. So breaking that down and the effort that we're gonna have to put over the next 180 days so we can achieve our goals. So from 180 days, we're gonna have 6 months, 30 days, 180. But actually like Saturday and Sunday, I'm not gonna be able to make calls, right? And we are going for larger companies. So it's gonna be probably Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, something like that. And the advantage of breaking this down is that you see that you can actually achieve it. So if I do 20 calls a day over 120 days, that's 2,400 contacts, okay? Let's just assume 10% of those say yes for us to go and give a class at either their location that they qualify and they can come to one of our classes. That puts us at 240 contacts. That is huge. I don't really like cold calling, so whenever I do it, I need to make sure that I am prepared. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have email, social, a presentation, and a video. For the email, we're gonna have a template, but we're gonna customize it for that business. On social, we need to scrape it because we need to understand what the problem of the business is, so we can actually talk to the business owner. And then on the presentation, showcasing to them the curriculum and then the video of the companies that we have worked with. We have given a class at Lifetime. We have also given a class at a $100 million company. We have gone to wellness centers. We have gone to the library, and we have provided different places. Like we have provided value on different places, and that is something that we need to prove to them. So whenever I call them and I tell them that I have sent them an email because I know that they might have X, Y, or Z issue with their efficiency, with their conversion, with their marketing, like overall, how can I make them better, and having the information and preparing everything around it so that that call is actually valuable because I know who I'm talking with, who I'm speaking with, conversion rate is gonna be higher. I can reference them to an email that I have already sent, and I have done the work in advance so that they decide to actually pay attention and talk to me. If you like this video, like this video. So obviously we're not gonna be able to have 240 classes. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to split it in 2 different groups. People that are gonna come to our class and people that we're gonna go into their companies and give the class in there. Since we have seen that me talking in person and showcasing what we do, how we do it, and helping people start integrating AI into their workflow, into their jobs, into their life has been the biggest advantage. That is what we're gonna continue doing. Like we're gonna go, we're gonna showcase, and then from there, we're gonna see if we're a good fit, if we're not a good fit, and then from there, we can book a meeting. But we're gonna do all of these classes as free classes that are also gonna feed into the proof, into the content, and me understanding what are the problems of that specific demographic and of those specific companies. Because something that does happen when you start working with AI, and if you're really good at your business, you're gonna be inside of the business so much that sometimes you forget what problems the client has. So even though if you're like interacting with your client a lot, like most of your clients, if they're successful, like they stop having those problems that you solve for them at the beginning. And those are the problems that get people through the door. So making sure that you stay in touch with the real world, that you go outside and touch some grass is extremely, extremely important. So this serves 2 huge purposes. One of them is that we perform better when we're talking to people. And number 2 is that we're able to find what the problems are inside of that specific company and industry. So making sure that whenever we offer the class, they know that they're getting so much in advance. Like we're gonna package the marketing materials, we're gonna package the presentation. They're gonna be able to not just get content from that specific area that then they're gonna be able to use on their socials and on their website, but they're also gonna learn about the technology, they're gonna be able to use it, and it's valuable for them and it's valuable for us because everyone benefits on an IRL event whenever we have these classes. That's gonna create also marketing content. And the next part that is extremely important, it's gonna be ads, marketing, and just the compounding of the organic content. We're gonna divide ads into 3 different sections. The first one is gonna be a 45-day campaign that is gonna be the 1 day back, like getting 1 day back campaign. We're gonna spend only $100 on ads a day. And then from there, we expect to get from 15 to 45 meetings out of it. We believe that for someone to be a qualified lead that is gonna jump on a call with us is gonna be from $100 to $300. That's what it has been on the past. And the only reason that I think that our cost of acquisition might increase is because of our price increase. The second part of our marketing plan is gonna be on October, November, and December. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna market the classes and the IRL events. And then the second part is gonna be that we're gonna offer a 2027 package for all of these companies that know that the next year they're gonna be using AI, that they're trying to work on their P&L, and giving them the ability to spend money with us if they know that in 2027 they're gonna start using AI or they're gonna start integrating AI way more heavily. We're gonna give them that option. So those next 3 months are gonna be focused on that. Being able to generate hype for the events and also giving them the ability to spend money with us. That is gonna benefit them and it's gonna set them up to have an amazing 2027. And last is gonna be the beginning of the year, and all of our focus at the beginning of the year is gonna be retargeting. Making sure that all of those open loops that there's some small businesses that at the end of the year, they just feel overwhelmed. So giving them the ability to end the year, then they are able to sit down and run a campaign that is like new year, new me, but for your business and AI. That is exactly how we're gonna divide our campaigns in regards to marketing. In regards to paid marketing, we're gonna divide them in 3. And number 3, and a big one, is gonna be content and overall proof. Like being able to put everything that we're doing online so that people are able to see like how amazing the product is, how amazing the service is, and what we're working on. Being able to record the classes and package the classes. Being able to have a course. So that is something that is gonna be huge, that we're gonna provide a course for people to just learn about AI. If you are inside of a company, it's gonna be for you and it's gonna be for free, because what we're gonna be charging for is your company and your business for the implementation. But the more people that understand how to use it, the better for us. Because what we want is for more people to be efficient, for more people to be able to do more, to have the ability to use the tools. Because right now, we're seeing like even with ChatGPT and Anthropic, unless you're a power user, you're not using most of the tools and they are just getting wasted. So having the ability to educate industry specific and creating informational videos for people in general is gonna be key. The classes and these videos allows us to show the expertise and how we can help. Showing up to events and showing up consistently, I think that's a huge part. We have all seen these campaigns that come and go, and if you didn't buy that time, you forget. But there's also some type of advertisement that even if it's not paid, but organic, and you're able to see it. And I remember this because someone told me like, I don't even know if I need this product, but I've seen it so many times that I think I'm gonna buy it. Like, that is the amount of content and that is the amount of volume, and that is what we need to show that we are willing to do to succeed. Because if we're willing to do it to acquire you, how much more we're gonna be able to do when we're working inside of your company. And I love this because this helps so much in the overall process with sales. That is like, if you like this, I have more over here. Like, you don't have to sell a new thing, you don't have to invent or try to convince people. You have already shown to them what you are capable of doing. And the last thing, and I have done this in the past, but never as structured as he has. And this is something by Daniel Priestley. And it's like the perfect repeatable week. And being able to create a system and have it inside Right now I have software that I just put all of my tasks, who's gonna do specific tasks, and having that on a perfect, repeatable week. We're not trying to guess. We know what the inputs are that are gonna allow us to get to our goals, and we do that week in, week out. And even though it might seem that it's a pretty long breakdown or that it might be a lot, I actually think it's pretty simple. And it's what some people would call a self-leaking ice cream. Me going to the events, to the IRL things, creating the classes that also help us create content. The content allows us to know what's gonna resonate on the ads. And being consistent just serves us across the board. It is pretty simple because that's the only thing that we need right now. Well, like we have proven that we can create the delivery, we're able to deliver an amazing product. So now the constraint of the business is that we don't have enough clients. So now that you understand the 4 things that we're gonna be focusing on, number 1, our funnel, talking with people so that we can get in-person meetings and the classes. Number 2, that is gonna be our paid strategy with ads. Number 3, that is gonna be videos like these, the content, the vertical videos, the course. And number 4, that is gonna be continue to work on our delivery and our process. That's gonna be the key for us to go from $100,000 to $1 million. Nothing else. That is the constraint of the business, and that is what is gonna allow us to go and take the world by storm. I know it's pretty crazy and going from 100,000 to 1 million, but if you want to join this journey, just subscribe. It's gonna be an amazing journey.